The blessed month of Rajab holds a special place in the hearts of believers. Among its nights, one stands out as a moment when the doors of mercy and divine blessings are wide open. Rajab Night is a night of spiritual awakening, a night where sincere prayers, heartfelt supplications, and devotion have a profound impact on one's life. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that Rajab is a month of Allah's mercy, a month where sins are forgiven and prayers are multiplied. Tonight, we focus on a wazifa taught by Ghaus-E-Pak, the revered spiritual guide whose legacy has touched countless lives. This wazifa, passed down through generations, is not just a ritual. It is a path to inner peace, abundance, and relief from hardships. Those who follow it with sincerity have reported transformative experiences, from unexpected financial relief to a deep sense of contentment in their hearts. The wazifa is centered on one powerful surah, whose recitation is said to open sustenance and remove poverty, both material and spiritual. Imagine a moment when Allah multiplies your efforts, blesses your household, and turns struggle into ease, all through devotion and prayer. This is not merely a hope. Believers around the world have witnessed such blessings in their lives today, from families receiving help during dire times to individuals finding unexpected opportunities for livelihood. As Allah says in the Quran, the example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like a seed of grain that sprouts 7 ears. In every ear, there are 100 grains. Allah multiplies for whom He wills. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:261. Tonight, this wazifa invites you to take a step toward that divine multiplication. Have you ever felt like your prayers for relief are not being answered? This night might be your turning point. Comment Ameen if you believe. Share in the comments if you or someone you know has experienced a miracle after following Ghaus-E-Pak's wazifa. It could inspire someone tonight. Today, believers in countries like Pakistan, India, and beyond share stories of increased sustenance and blessings after faithfully performing this wazifa. One family, struggling to feed their children, recited this surah for 7 nights and soon found unexpected financial support and community aid. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Share this video with your loved ones, because this knowledge can literally change a life. To truly understand the power of this wazifa, we must look at the life of Ghaus-E-Pak, also known as Abdul Qadir Jilani, RA, a spiritual luminary whose guidance continues to inspire millions around the world. Born in the 11th century, Ghaus-E-Pak was not just a scholar but a living example of devotion, compassion, and unwavering trust in Allah. His life was marked by extraordinary spiritual experiences, miracles, and a deep understanding of the human heart. Ghaus-E-Pak's teachings were centered on connecting the soul to Allah, purifying the heart from worldly distractions, and seeking sustenance and blessings through sincere worship. Among his many spiritual practices, certain wazifas and surahs were revealed to him by divine guidance, tools that help believers remove obstacles, attract provision, and strengthen faith. These practices are not mere rituals. They are bridges between human effort and divine mercy. Even today, across the globe, people follow his guidance and witness real transformations. In India, a small shopkeeper struggling with debts began performing a nightly wazifa inspired by Ghaus-E-Pak's teachings. Within weeks, he received orders that allowed him to repay debts and even expand his business. In Pakistan, a young woman praying sincerely for her family's sustenance saw unexpected financial aid arrive precisely when she needed it most. These stories mirror the Quranic principle that sincere effort paired with divine reliance brings multiplied blessings. The Quran itself repeatedly emphasizes this connection. Allah says, "And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and will provide for him from where he does not expect." Surah At-Talaq 65, 2-3. Ghaus-E-Pak's life and the wazifas he taught serve as practical applications of this principle. They teach us that faith combined with action, prayer, charity, and recitation can transform our circumstances. The wazifa we focus on tonight is rooted in this same spiritual framework. The recitation of a specific surah done with devotion can open doors of sustenance and ease difficulties. Tag someone who believes in spiritual guidance. They need to know about Ghaus-E-Pak's wazifa. Have you ever tried a wazifa or recitation that changed your life? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could inspire someone tonight. Today, countless families and individuals in places like Bangladesh, the UAE, and even Western countries perform this wazifa nightly, witnessing small but profound blessings. Unexpected financial help, job opportunities, or relief from hardship. These stories echo the Quranic narrative of Prophet Sulaiman, OAS, whose provision was multiplied through wisdom and reliance on Allah. Surah Sad 38, 36-40, showing that divine blessings are accessible when faith and effort meet. Now that we understand the spiritual legacy of Ghaus-E-Pak, it's time to focus on the Rajab Night Wazifa itself, a practice that has brought blessings and relief to countless believers across generations. This wazifa is centered around one powerful surah whose recitation is said to remove poverty, open sustenance, and invite Allah's mercy into your life. The wazifa is simple yet profound. Begin with a pure intention, niyyah. Sincerely ask Allah to bless you and your loved ones with provision, ease hardships, and purify your heart. Then, recite the surah with mindfulness and devotion. Each verse is a key to unlocking spiritual and material blessings. Do not rush. Let the meaning resonate in your heart. For example, verses about reliance on Allah, gratitude, and patience remind us that sustenance is not just material wealth, but also peace, contentment, and opportunities. Timing is crucial. The night of Rajab is particularly blessed because Allah's mercy descends abundantly. Scholars say that prayers offered during this night are more likely to be accepted. You may recite the surah multiple times. Some follow the tradition of 7, 11, or 21 repetitions, depending on their capacity and devotion. Combine the recitation with du'as for your specific needs, financial relief, emotional healing, or guidance for life decisions. The spiritual significance of this wazifa lies in its alignment with the Quranic teachings. And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from where he does not expect. Surah At-Talaq 65, 2-3. This verse reminds us that Allah's provision is limitless, and sincere recitation opens unseen doors. Even today, believers report remarkable outcomes. A young father in Karachi, facing mounting bills, committed to reciting this surah each Rajab night. Within weeks, he received a job opportunity that allowed him to pay off debts and secure his family's future. In Malaysia, a woman praying for her sick mother and financial stability found both her mother's health improving and a new source of income after performing the wazifa faithfully. These real-life experiences echo the Quranic principle of divine multiplication of blessings. Just as Allah multiplied the sustenance of Prophet Sulaiman, Surah Sad 38, 36-40, and answered the prayers of Prophet Ayub in his time of hardship, Surah Sad 38, 41-44. Today, Believers who approach this wazifa with faith can witness similar blessings. If you're ready to change your life spiritually and materially, type Ameen in the comments before starting this wazifa tonight. Have you ever felt a change after reciting a surah or performing a wazifa? Share your story in the comments. It could inspire someone tonight. Tips for maximum effect. Perform ablution, wudu, before starting. Sit in a quiet, clean place where you won't be disturbed. Focus on intention and meaning rather than speed. Offer sincere gratitude at the end of your recitation. Thank Allah for what you have and what is coming. By following this wazifa with heartfelt devotion, you are not only seeking provision, but also strengthening your connection with Allah, making your prayers more likely to be answered in ways beyond imagination. To truly grasp the power of the Rajab Night Wazifa by Ghaus-E-Pak, we must look beyond theory and into the lives of those who have experienced real change through devotion. Across the world today, ordinary people, just like you, have reported unexpected sustenance, relief from debts, and miracles in their lives after sincerely performing this wazifa. Take, for example, a small family in Lahore, Pakistan, struggling to feed their children after a sudden loss of income. They had no idea how they would manage the next month. On the night of Rajab, they performed the wazifa with sincere intention and hope, reciting the powerful surah taught by Ghaus-E-Pak. Within days, an old friend sent financial help unexpectedly, and soon after, a new job opportunity arose, completely changing their circumstances. Stories like this are happening even now, in our world, proving that divine mercy manifests when faith and effort meet. In India, a young man who had been unemployed for years started performing this wazifa nightly. Initially, nothing seemed to change, but he remained patient. After a month, a local charity invited him to assist in a community project, which not only provided him a salary, but eventually led him to start his own small business. Today, he shares his story online to inspire others. These modern stories mirror the miracles and teachings found in the Quran. Consider Prophet Sulaiman, whose wealth and provision were multiplied by Allah's grace, Surah 38, 36-40. Or Prophet Ayub, who endured immense suffering and was rewarded with abundant sustenance and relief when he remained patient and faithful, Surah 38, 41-44. Just as Allah answered the prayers of His prophets, He continues to bless sincere believers today through doors of provision, opportunities, and spiritual fulfillment. The wazifa works not by magic, but through faith, intention, and action. Those who combine recitation with honest effort, such as charity, seeking lawful work, or helping others, often report even greater outcomes. A woman in Malaysia, for instance, prayed this wazifa for financial stability and her mother's health. Shortly after, she not only received financial aid she did not expect, but also witnessed a noticeable improvement in her mother's condition. Have you experienced a time when Allah's mercy opened a door you thought was closed? Comment below and share your story. It may give hope to someone tonight. Tag someone who is struggling financially or spiritually. They need to hear these real miracles happening today. Key takeaways for viewers. Patience and consistency are crucial. The blessings may not be immediate but come in Allah's perfect timing. Faith and sincerity amplify the effect of the wazifa. Recitation with a distracted heart or half-hearted effort may not bring the same results. Combine prayer with action, charity, honest work, and helping others attract a divine multiplication. These stories are not exceptions. They are proof that the spiritual principles taught by Ghaus-E-Pak and reflected in the Quran remain alive today. Just as the Prophet's devotion brought them sustenance and relief, Believers who dedicate a night of Rajab to sincere recitation and intention open themselves to Allah's limitless blessings. While the Rajab Night Wazifa is often sought for material relief, its true power lies in spiritual transformation. Poverty is not only measured by lack of wealth, it can also be a poverty of heart, hope, and contentment. This Wazifa, when performed sincerely, addresses both dimensions, nurturing a heart that trusts Allah and an outward life that aligns with divine guidance. At its core, the Wazifa teaches us that sustenance and abundance are linked to the purity of intention and devotion. Reciting the Surah is not a mere repetition of words. It is an act of connecting with Allah's mercy, acknowledging His power, and surrendering our struggles to Him. The Quran reminds us, indeed, those who have believed and done righteous deeds, we will surely admit them among the righteous into paradise. Surah Al-Ankabut 29:9. This verse highlights that action combined with faith transforms our circumstances, both spiritually and materially. Real-world stories reflect this principle beautifully. A young woman in Bangladesh, burdened by debt and family stress, began performing the Wazifa with a daily intention of seeking Allah's guidance, not just wealth. Over time, she noticed a shift in her mindset. Her worries diminished, her focus on productive work increased, and solutions began appearing seemingly from nowhere. Eventually, her financial situation improved. But more importantly, she gained inner peace and clarity. Another example comes from a man in the UAE who consistently recited the Surah while helping the needy through charity. He found that his acts of giving were often returned tenfold, not only in monetary form, but through opportunities, friendships, and spiritual contentment. These modern stories echo Quranic teachings. Whoever comes to Allah with a good deed will have 10 times the like thereof, and whoever comes with an evil deed will not be recompensed except the like thereof. Surah Al-An'am 6:160. This Wazifa also teaches the balance between prayer and action. True sustenance comes not just from asking, but from actively embodying trust, patience, and generosity. It is a reminder that Allah's blessings manifest through both spiritual devotion and real-world effort. What is your intention behind tonight's prayers? Share one word in the comments. It will inspire others to reflect on their faith. If this message has given you hope, type "hope" below and tag someone who needs encouragement tonight. Key spiritual lessons for viewers. Poverty of the heart limits blessings. Sincerity and trust open doors. Combine faith with action. Prayer alone is powerful, but deeds amplify divine response. Inner transformation often precedes material transformation. The Wazifa aligns both. By approaching the Rajab Night Wazifa with depth of intention, patience, and conscious effort, you are not only seeking sustenance but also nurturing a heart that is receptive to Allah's mercy, which is the ultimate treasure. The true impact of the Rajab Night Wazifa is experienced not just in a single night, but through consistent practice and devotion. Spiritual blessings, like physical growth, require regular nurturing. Integrating this Wazifa into daily life ensures that your prayers, intentions, and actions create a ripple effect that transforms both your material circumstances and inner state. Start by setting aside a quiet, dedicated time each day or week for recitation and reflection. Even a few minutes of sincere, focused recitation of the Surah can multiply blessings in ways you may not immediately see. Pair this recitation with prayers for specific needs such as sustenance, guidance, and relief from hardship. This is not a mechanical ritual. It is a heart-centered conversation with Allah. Combine your recitations with charity and helping others. Giving, even in small amounts, demonstrates trust in Allah's provision and invites further divine multiplication. In the Quran, Allah reminds us, "And whatever you spend in good, He will replace it. And He is the best of providers." Surah Saba 34-39. Real-world stories show the power of consistent practice. A man in Malaysia who struggled with business losses committed to performing this wazifa nightly for a month while actively seeking new opportunities. He not only received unexpected support from his community, but also discovered new business avenues he had never imagined. Similarly, a family in Pakistan made it a habit to recite the Surah together, combining it with nightly prayers and acts of kindness. Over time, their home was filled not only with financial relief, but also harmony, gratitude, and hope. Consistency is key. Daily recitation. Even a few verses, performed sincerely, can accumulate immense spiritual benefit. Combine with prayer. Always tie your recitation to your heartfelt intentions. Act with faith, charity, patience, and effort enhance the effect of the wazifa. Reflect and give thanks. Ending each session with gratitude strengthens the heart and aligns it with Allah's mercy. Commit to performing this wazifa tonight. Type "committed" in the comments and make it real in your heart. If you want to receive reminders for Rajab Wazifa in the future, comment below. We can create a supportive community together. By making this wazifa part of your routine, you are not just seeking temporary relief. You are building a life aligned with Allah's mercy, where blessings are continuous and the heart grows stronger each day. As we conclude this journey through the Rajab Night Wazifa by Ghaus-E-Pak, remember that tonight is not just another night. It is an opportunity to transform your life spiritually, emotionally, and materially. The surah you recite, combined with sincere intention and consistent effort, has the power to remove obstacles, open doors of sustenance, and fill your heart with peace. The stories we shared, from families in Lahore to young men in India, to believers in Malaysia and beyond, are not exceptions. They are proof that Allah's mercy is alive and active in the world today, responding to those who approach Him with faith, patience, and sincerity. Just as the Quran tells us, whoever comes to Allah with a good deed will have 10 times the like thereof, and whoever comes with an evil deed will not be recompensed except the like thereof. Surah Al-An'am 6:160. When you perform this wazifa, each verse is a good deed, each intention a key to multiplying blessings. Take a moment now to reflect on your heart and your intentions. Are you ready to open yourself fully to Allah's mercy? This night offers a chance to leave behind despair, worry, and scarcity, and step into a space of hope, abundance, and divine favor. Type Ameen in the comments if you are ready to embrace Allah's blessings tonight. Share a story of how faith, prayer, or wazifa changed your life. Your story could inspire someone watching this video tonight. Tag a friend or family member who needs hope or guidance. They might find their turning point tonight. Remember, true transformation comes from the heart. Sincere devotion. Your intention matters more than words. Consistent action. Perform this wazifa regularly and combine it with good deeds. Trust in Allah. Even when outcomes seem delayed, Allah's timing is perfect. Tonight, let the recitation of this surah and the practice of Ghaus-E-Pak's wazifa be the first step toward a life filled with provision, guidance, and blessings. Know that every sincere prayer is seen, every act of faith is multiplied, and every effort made in Allah's path is never wasted. Go forward with hope, patience, and trust, and watch as the doors of Allah's mercy open in ways you could never imagine.